In school, I was taught little about Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander peoples or perspectives. And yet, I lived in a town where 1 in 10 people are First Nations. My school was close to Corranderk, home to one of the first struggles for land rights. When I was studying to become a teacher, government mandates required us to teach about Aboriginal and Torres Strait Islander histories, cultures, and languages. Excited, I asked my teacher educators how I could best fulfill this requirement. Honestly, one said, don't bother, it's too complicated and you'll just end up offending everyone. These experiences are common. Most Australian teachers were taught little about First Nations peoples' histories or cultures. What they were taught is often wrong and racist. Without professional learning, many teachers struggle to appropriately embed First Nations content into their classes. Despite the mandates, teaching and learning about this content often remains superficial or ignored. So what kind of professional learning will help? Improving teachers' content knowledge is vital, but this alone won't change anything. Leading First Nations scholars argue that teachers must critically address their perspectives and assumptions. This means engaging with complex, messy, challenging ideas and truths, like the horrors of Australia's past and present. Teachers must confront their own roles in perpetuating racial inequality in Australia. Engaging with these topics is uncomfortable and scary. Teachers must acknowledge and process these emotions so that they can learn to work with them in classes. In short, we need professional learning which engages teachers' hearts and hands as well as heads. My research asks, what happens when you engage teachers with these complex, uncomfortable ideas through professional learning? I will design a series of workshops exploring critical ideas like whiteness, race, and colonisation. My teaching approach will draw on transformative learning theory, which suggests that challenging and transforming our perspectives requires critical self-reflection and open discussion. Working with my participants, I will try to understand their thoughts, emotions, and feelings during the learning process. Together, we will explore how and why different people transform or don't transform their perspectives. Finally, I will examine how engaging in transformative professional learning influences teachers' attitudes, abilities, and approaches to teaching First Nations content. Hopefully, this research will encourage teachers to embed First Nations content in their teaching, not because they're following a mandate, but because they really want to.